don't study nothing. Because we so stuck in religion, we can't get past it. Here's a book called Devils, the Perspectives of Evil in Antiquity and Primitive Christianity. Jeffrey Burton Russell. Now, the devil has horns. You see the horns on the devil. Anybody ever seen the black goddess Hathor or Heru with the horns? That's where they got it from. The Greeks borrowed the horns and put on the god Pan. The Christians trying to turn everything against it wasn't in their religion evil. They turned the picture of Hathor, the golden calf in the Bible, as evil. Later on, they turned the god Pan, which is a later form of the god Sut type and the oldest one, evil. You see what I'm saying? So when they talk about the devil is evil, they're talking about the most ancient God who is God. Jesus said, Satan, get behind me, which means I'm backed by the powers of Satan. Let me explain this. Let me show you a picture of this. You all got to get this stuff and bear witness to it. Let me show you a picture of this. Look, just get you a regular picture of the yin and yang sign so everybody know what I'm talking about. Everybody seen the yin and yang sign. You call it the kung fu sign. Right? This side is light. That means Christ. Right? That means Christ. But that's putting the cart before the horse. That's why you couldn't get back to your ancient juice, because you put the cart before the horse. The light comes from the black. In the beginning there was blackness, and then there comes light. The black is called Satan. Satan or soot. Soot, the black soot. In your head is the medulla oblongata behind your neck, where it's the most concentrated part of the melanin, at the base of the skull and the top of the spine. So when Jesus says, Satan, get behind me, he's saying, I got my battery, which raises the black dot and turns me into Christ. You see what I'm saying? Because from the darkness, you get the light. And without the darkness, you can't get the light. So you've been worshiping the light, and the white boy done locked up all your dark stuff, which is the battery, in the British Museum. So you've been worshiping the vehicle, which is a car, but a car is only aluminum and fiberglass. The real stuff that run a car is the carbonated battery and the gas, but the gas comes from crude oil, which is what? Carbon. That's the mysteries of Satan. So when he say, Satan, get behind me, it's a metaphysical book talking about the head of the Christ. You are all Christ, because this is not written in your law that you are all gods. The black part where the melanin is called the mouth of God. That's why in autopsy, when a white person dies and they want to know if they're black, they split open the skull and see if they got the black melanin in the base of the skull. This is the battery, too. You call a medulla oblongata, the mouth of God. So when he says, Satan, get behind me, he's talking about I'm backed by the powers of my father, Satan. Satan comes from the word soot. Soot on. Soot, which means black, and on, Anubis, which is the dog, which means opener, comes from the dog star. Later on, it's the word Sutek. And Sutek becomes the word Melchizedek. And Jesus is of the order of what? Melchizedek. Melchizedek is Satan. That's why the mystery of the Bible is it ain't talking about no devil up under no ground. Satan simply means the Nubian when you translate it. Prove me right on this, because we're supposed to be grown now. If there ain't no devil under no ground, then what the hell the white man talking about when he worship you? He's talking about the mysteries of the ancient black man. It's called a Baphomet. That's what they made the movie The Predator was. And the Predator had what? Dreadlocks. He had a spear. And the only way the Arnold Schwarzenegger could beat the black man is he had to put himself in mud. But the other movie came out in 1990. This one was 8 times worse than the other one, and what they had to do, they had to get a black man to beat him. And they got Danny Glover. And Danny Glover beat him, and he took his own boomerang from him. And he drove it in him, and then all the other Baphomets, predators came out. And they gave Danny Glover a gun. Why they didn't kill him? They saying, brother, you one of us. We just got the power, and you don't. And when you realize who you are, you one of us. You see what I'm saying? Now, we look funny to you because the third dimension is so low until you thinking what you seeing is ugly, and the third dimension is not conducive for this kind of power. So when it comes down here, it turns into a hideous form. It's because the power is too high, because this is an abnormal level. But up in the heavens, we look just like you look here. You see what I'm saying? So the yin and the yang is, in the light part, this is you. And in you is the black dot. But when you go back to space, this is you, the damn stars up there. You get it? You get the yin and the yang symbol? This is you. And there's a black dot in you called melanin. But when you return back to your original primal material, you will be a star in heaven, because every man, every woman is a star. The yin and the yang symbol. Now, the Baphomet. The horns came from the goddess Hathor. Now I'm going to show you something here. Listen, look at this. Geiger. Geiger is the person who drew. Geiger is a person who drew stuff for the movie Aliens. He also drew, they also commissioned him to draw the Necronomicon on what he figured they might look like. And he drew the Baphomet. Now the Baphomet is supposed to be a symbol of the devil. It's a symbol of the white man's devil. They say the devil live up under the ground. Where does Osiris live? In the underground. Where does Osiris? God of the perfect black. Cthulhu is God of the perfect black, which is the form of Osiris. He live up underground. The black souls live in the subterranean world. When the white boy talking about the devil, he's talking about you. And you will rise up and take back your planet. You see what I'm saying? Now, he drew a picture of the Baphomet, and I want to show you these pictures, and I want you to pass these pictures around. This is the pictures of the devil that you usually looking at. Pass these pictures around. Now, I'm going to hold this up. If you take that, if you notice that there, you'll see the horns of Hathor. Now in here, when I pass these things around, you will see a picture of a horned looking devil. Now when you pass the thing around, you're going to look and you're going to see dreadlocks on it. Black hair, dreadlocks. These horns is the horns of the goddess Hathor. In the thing, you're going to see a white piece of light coming out of him, which is a woman. The whiteness, she milk white, not mean white people. When you look in her face, you're going to see it's a black woman with dreadlocks also. Right here, you'll see a picture of the Kundalini. That particular Kundalini that you see right there is what raises you up to your godhood. So when they talking about this, this is an esoteric teaching, and it ain't got nothing to do with no devil in no underground. He drew the Necronomicon. He drew this back in the 70s. But yet, the book came down from the 70s to like couple $100 to down like $70, which is still too high for 2 or 3 pictures. You see what I'm saying? So I called hell getting these things.